Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Aurogiri. As the title suggests, this video is about the ETC glitch that has come about since the previous update, or patch, whatever you want to call it. So I mentioned this a little bit yesterday in the update video, but I was basically just saying I was going to talk about it. But the ETC glitch, for those that don't know what it is, or those familiar with it, whatever, let's break it down. The ETC glitch is... sometimes you're running a dungeon, or maybe you're in the field or something, and then you'll notice the little orange circle in the top left. So right underneath your name, there'll be like the orange circle that'll show up, and it'll usually say, "Oh, there's network connection error" or something. But now there's a new error, and it'll say ETC, and we call it the ETC glitch. So it's saying etc., and then it puts 4 little untranslated characters right next to it. So we think it's just something Cyberset didn't translate. But anyway, when you see ETC, we don't know really what it is, but we know what it does. So the ETC glitch, it's nothing favorable, nothing you want. But what it does is when ETC shows up, I think what it means is that you're in limbo between, like, you're in the game, but you're not in the game. It's like this processing error. And what happens is, if you're outside a dungeon, because I've had this happen to me in Tanegashima, Eastern Plains, you cannot enter a portal. So, like, I was trying to go to House of Hinawa, and I walked right through the portal and just hit an invisible wall. And then I tried it in the cave across the street from it, and I just walked right through that portal. I went to Res Point, and I tried to go back to Tanegashima, couldn't do it. So I don't think I've ever tested using a teleportation crystal though, but I think it would have the same effect. You could walk through it and nothing would happen. That's basically what happens outside of a dungeon. Now, that doesn't really mean too much. However, if you get the ETC glitch while inside a dungeon, the same thing occurs. So let's say you're running something, or you're getting carried in something, whatever, and when it comes your time to go through the next portal, you end up walking right through that portal. And it's like, oh no, what does that mean? And when this happens, your all chat will stop telling you you're gaining experience, picking up money, picking up items. It stops tracking anything that you do. However, we have tested it that you will get that experience despite the ETC glitch. So, but basically you can't go to the next room. So one solution we have is, let's say you're farming for experience or something. This happened to us in Pipe 3. If someone gets ETC and you're in a party chat, because when that happens, like, your chat log does not work. If you get ETC or someone gets ETC, you cannot see, like, I can't hit party chat and tell you something. It will not happen to you. However, we've noticed that if the ETC'd person types in the chat, everyone else sees it. But if we type to them, nothing happens. So, but they will gain all their experience. So what you can do if you're in a PSN chat, or that person's PSN or whatever, you can send them a PSN message and say, okay, we're going to let you know when we're done the dungeon so you can leave with all your pooled experience or something, if you really care about it. So then you could do that. But if you're in a group chat, they'll complain about it, and you'll be like, okay, we'll tell you when, and they just leave. So what do you do to combat this? So what happens? So the reason we need to combat this is because when the ETC glitch pops up, anything you've picked up on that floor in the dungeon, like, let's say you're in there and then you can't, like, cause when ETC happens, you'll hit the little X on the top right of your screen, like you can see mine, like, up here. When ETC shows up, this thing will open up and you want to say leave dungeon. It will not let you leave dungeon. It'll say dungeon cannot be left right now, like it cannot be escaped right now. So you're stuck. So what most people have to do is they have to open up their guide menu, hit close application, and then restart the game or the app or whatever. So they don't want to do that. And when that happens, when ETC happens, anything you picked up in that dungeon will count as not being picked up. That's why the ETC glitch is bad. It's, obviously it's bad, but that's why it's really bad. So what else does it do? Now, there are times where it does go away. Like, it'll be like ETC, and then you give it like 3 minutes, and then you can go through the portal again. Sometimes that happens, not always. So the only solution to ETC glitch, I'm sorry for being patient, but that doesn't always work, is when you're in your, now this only works if you're in a party, but I've never seen ETC by myself, so there's that. So what I do is, what we figured out is, you go to community and you're in a party, you hit leave party, and then it would be like, are you sure you want to leave dungeon? You'll lose experience. And you'd be like, hell yeah. So you click it, and then you'll actually be kicked from the party, and the game will load and it will put you outside the dungeon. And we've tested this, and my buddy Ryujin was used as a guinea pig, so I said, oh, just do it. And then he got out and he's like, oh cool, I'm out. And I said, did you keep your stuff? He's like, what do you mean did I keep my stuff? You don't know? I'm like, well, I'm about to find out. And he's like, you fucker. Basically how it went. And he opened it up and he had all his stuff. So that's the solution to the ETC glitch. Just, if it happens, you don't care about your pooled experience or whatever. So even after the pooled experience, if you don't want to restart your game, just hit leave party and you'll leave party. So one time I was running cat with, I think his name was Yato or something. Can't remember. But I was running cat, and then everyone's leaving the portal, and I just see Yato running right through the portal, like he can't get out. And this happens a lot in cat. I don't know if it's because it's a really short dungeon. I don't know what it is. But in House of Hinoa, for those unfamiliar. And he's running right through the portal, like leaving after you beat the cat. And he's typing to us, but we can't see it. No, he's typing to us, and I can see it, and I'm trying to type back. I'm telling him to leave party, and he doesn't do it. He doesn't know how, because he can't see my messages. So that didn't work. He couldn't leave. I think he ended up logging out, logging back in. But I thought, as party leader, I'm like, oh, maybe this will work. I'm gonna kick him. So I kicked him, and all that did was change the blue letters on his name to white letters. So, blue letters means you're in a party. So when I kicked him, I thought it would kick him out of the dungeon too. It didn't. He stayed in the dungeon, but his name was in white characters. So he wasn't in the party, but he was in the dungeon alongside the party. And that's pretty crazy. The only other time I've seen that was I was running Gargoyle, me and my buddies, like we're doing hell. And, there's 3 of us. And we go in, and apparently the second I went in, like a level 100 joined the box and came in with us. He joined the box. And I didn't see him coming in at the time, so I said, oh, hell no. I'm not wasting your energy because you're going to come in here and die and whatever. So, I kicked him right away. However, I kicked him while he was in the loading screen coming in. And when he came in, he was not in the party, but he was in the dungeon. So his name was white, in white characters. And the whole time he was like cursing me, but I'm like, you're in the dungeon. I'm like, how the fuck? This is so cool. But I don't know. I think he ended up giving up because he ran out of lives against the Hell Gargoyle. Like, no surprise. And then he didn't get any drops. But it was really interesting. I'm like, wow. So that can happen. If someone joins your party and they come in the dungeon, you can kick them while they're loading in. And they'll be in the dungeon with their normal text, but they're not in the party. And I'd be curious to see if they actually got pooled experience or not. Or even drops. Because drops are only shared by party members. You can test this by being in the field. So that's an interesting experiment too. But when it comes for the ETC glitch, that's what you do. So if it ever happens to you, you're in a party, just leave party, and then, generally what party leaders do if someone randomly leaves their party is they will go to, they'll go to the community page, and they're going to hit, edit party. I'm not in a party, so I have to hit form party. And they're going to make sure their party's in recruitment. So if ever someone DCs in a dungeon or ETC happens, whatever, if you open up recruitment and that same person rejoins the party, there is a chance that, there is a chance, but sometimes if no one in the dungeon has advanced to the next floor, like that no one has gone through a portal in between that person coming in and out, they can get back in the dungeon. Like before, if people would DC going through portals, what we'd do is we'd have the leader leave the dungeon, go pick them up, and go back in. It was really cool. However, that doesn't work if someone else goes to the next floor. Because let's say you have a 5-man team, and you're DC right before the boss, and you know that on hell the boss's level is 140. But if you go into the boss, like let's say someone else goes into the boss room because they all went at the same time, they DC'd, can't do nothing about it, and you notice that the boss's level is not 140, like not at 5-man hell difficulty, and you notice they're at like 136, that means the other person can't come in because the dungeon has already changed to reflect the fact that it is a 4-man hell party. So if that's the case, they can't come back in with recruitment. But if it's not the case, and you open your party up back up in recruitment, when that other person comes back in, or, you know, if they had to leave party because of ETC, they can go to recruitment, rejoin your party, and hopefully they can come back in the dungeon. So that's another lesson you just to teach about parties. And furthermore, on that note, there's something I was going to say. Like, let's say someone has a hard crash, like their game blue screens and all that stuff. They can't get back in the party. Like, if they get that rainbow blue screen thing, like, they're done. The game no longer recognizes them as part of the party. And they can't get back in. Because their game just hard died. Like, blue screen. So, bad stuff. Hi. Oh, hi, Kira. Kiramel. Dot. So that's my little explanation for the ETC glitch. You know, some people have been experiencing it. Not everyone knows how to fight it. So that's how you beat ETC. I'm just enjoying this like ocean view, and I noticed that there are 2 shadowed blocks in the water. I don't know what they are, but they're there. Oh, well, hi, Wolfpack. We're just talking about how to beat the ETC glitch. I just want to make a short little contained video just saying, here's how you beat ETC. What am I talking about? That's what I was talking about, but I think I covered everything I had to cover about it, and I'm just in video mode right now, so not like streaming stuff. So I just had to say that message, but I am going to be making another video right away, because I have, like, the ETC is covered. I've explained how to beat it. If you get ETC, hit leave party, and you don't have to shut your game off, and you get to keep your drops. But if you don't, you know, if you just log out or close your app, you can lose your drops, and it's very annoying. Especially if you got like a mag or something along that run. So you always got to pay attention to it. Randall, why is the damage for bows so weak compared to other weapons? Because you have range. Like, axe is the strongest because axe like literally has to get the closest to their enemy to hit them. Are you asking that with mags in mind as well? Hi, Hagara. Wow, everyone's here. I feel shadow block hype. Oh my god. But like, I have a really strong bow. Like, where's my nebula? Okay, so there's nebula. So when I have the nebula equipped, I have 25,000 attack. How's my day? My day's pretty good. I woke up a while ago, slept in a little too long, but it's sunny outside. So the nebula disruptor is my bow. That ETC glitch is the reason I didn't get my Leo mag first. Yeah, exactly. One of these days, you think you could help me out in Oshu? Really don't like being there. Maybe Oshu's really hard though. Like, I don't even like doing Oshu. Like Ephemeral Grove and stuff. That stuff, I hate that stuff. But yeah, that's why, like, this bow is really strong. Like, its attack is, let me hit this X over here. Like, its attack is 17, almost 18,000. And it's a 113 weapon. It's about, you know, 1,000 and some change weaker than the gargoyle spears. I'm pretty sure that it might be just as strong as the gargoyle spears if it was a gargoyle bow. But the nebula disruptor, you know, they're both 100. It grinds to about 17, almost 18,000. And the gargoyle weapons, like, their minimum is 18,600. Ephemeral can be easy with that nebula. It probably could. I mean, I don't have as much rain as, you know, it's more ice than rain on it, but yes, they Randall, there's the attack star, which you can get the recipe from. Wow, I'm missing comments. They're going so fast. But yeah, like swords on average are like, I think in terms of power, axe is the strongest attack weapon. Then you have Odachi because it's really slow. It's a mix. Like Odachis are stronger than swords. Like generally, axes are the strongest. Then you have Odachis. Then you have swords. Then I'm gonna say twin sword. Then you have spear. Then you have wand, bow, staff. I saw the stream title and I raged. You raged? I saw that. But that's how you beat ETC. So whenever it happens, don't hit leave. You like, it'll say you can't leave the dungeon. So instead of not leaving the dungeon, or you're shutting your game off, you hit leave party and you'll keep all your shit. Basically, that's the gist of how you beat ETC. But we had a nice discussion talking about ETC, and now we're talking about weapon strengths and, you know. But now I want to unequip this nebula. Bow is life. Like you can see right here that the Galgos cross is like 14.8. And then D3 cross is like a whole 1,000 higher. And then, you know, spear is a little bit weaker than the twin swords. And then, well, I mean, it's so easy to go twin sword right now because of all the mags you get in Locus Mortis and Dew Creek. Like, Dancing Water is so easy. All you have to farm, like, literally, all you have to really work for is the Hunter. And everyone and their mom has Hunters from, like, Echigo and stuff. So, you know. Okay. You know how it is, Wolfpack? Okay. They gotta make it easier to make good builds for the rest of the players. Only like 1% of the players are really good. Like the easiest classes to build right now are sword and twin sword, in my opinion. I need help with Locus Mortis. I hear the dungeon is extremely long. Yeah, the boss is really easy. You don't have to do anything. You just gotta dodge stuff. But the dungeon, like on 4-man hell, 5-man hell, took us like 45 minutes. All the moon dungeons can be long, though. It's maybe not Dew Creek, but it's expired. No. All my crap's expired, except for Goddess Wings. There's some people who took an hour there. Yeah, I mean, we went in with like 2 Miyamotos and 3 people with. Of course, we're gonna be some people, but you know, it is a really long dungeon. You spend more time walking around and just looking for stuff. Too bad it takes me 30 minutes to do the do. On normal, I mean. I use Miyamoto, so it's different. Never go to the left side. He's right. Don't fight those skeletons. Just leave so you don't fight the skeletons. Okay. But, I gotta go make another video now, so it's a shame that there's so many people that are here. I'd love to just make this like a stream, but tomorrow we're doing a stream. Like tomorrow's the thanks for 500 subscribers day, so we're gonna be doing like a whole day of streaming. I'm gonna have to get up early, as much to my dismay. I'm probably gonna get up at least by 10 o'clock my time, and I'll be streaming all day until like 3 o'clock in the afternoon my time. So like a 5-hour stream, and it'll be like, you know, AMA, you can ask me anything, we'll talk about anything, like anything at all. And then, you know, just like the last one, subscribers would be like AMA, talking about stuff, just having a good time, everyone talking, the comment section going wild. You're already 5 times better than me. I don't think there's fever this weekend. I know there's double EXP in Battleborn, but usually whenever there's double EXP in Battleborn, we have fever for some reason. But it's always been like that. This man has pink hair. Okay. So tomorrow gonna be a nice, big, long stream day. And then today is just making a bunch of little videos. And then I'll probably do something else or something. Got things to do. You know how it is. Does anyone else, like, I could teach you guys how to switch weapons really fast too. But yeah, I gotta close down the stream because it was supposed to be just like a, you know, just, I'm glad everyone said hi, but it's just supposed to be how to beat ETC, because coming up next we're gonna be talking about how to build your Lunastasia, because apparently I was supposed to do that like forever ago, but never did it. So I'm gonna see you guys later.